What's up, everybody? I want to tell you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's one of the easiest ways to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting Anchor on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. So download Anchor, the app, or go to anchor.fm to get started. And, I'm a veteran, so let's hear some more military cadences. What's up, family? Let's get into some hot topics. You guys know how much I resent talking about Kanye, but he's officially been dropped from everything that he wanted to be a part of. So, according to him, he's the happiest he's ever been. So, not sure if that is deflection or what. Literally, once again, these are rich people's problems. He'll still be rich despite all these people dropping him. They have the Senate debate tonight between Dr. Oz and John Fetterman. A big thing with Fetterman is that he did have the stroke and everything this year. So, they're just kind of going back and forth. Some people, Bob Casey says, when Fetterman was mayor, Mayor Braddock went more than 5 years without a gun death. He worked closely with police and showed up for crimes. That's the thing. What is Dr. Oz's experience in running for office? Because besides him being a doctor, how is he as a politician? That's the key, and that's something that Fetterman does have over him. Someone said, I'd just like to remind everyone that having an auditory processing issue as a result of a stroke does not mean that the person has diminished mental capacity. Because they are still going in on him about that. So we'll see. I'll be glad when it's over. Somebody said, John Fetterman said Dr. Oz expressed support for radical GOP plan that would threaten Medicare and Social Security. These programs are lifelines for our Pennsylvania senators. So let's hear some of it.
Against inflation and pushing back against corporate greed, or somebody that is choosing working in China versus over American workers.
So I knew Fetterman, not knew him, but when the whole 2020, when the election was coming in, he was one of the people that was giving us play-by-play of everything that's happening. But you can definitely tell his speech has changed. So, Biden is super old. That's really not an argument. The Phoenix Suns beat the Warriors 134-105. So the Warriors aren't as unstoppable as they think. Rihanna is releasing a soundtrack that will be on a part of the Black Panther movie. A lot of people have not heard from her in a while, so people are excited that she's finally dropping some music. Are you guys into Rihanna? I like Rihanna. She's pretty good. Let's see if we can hear her music. I hear nothing. So they haven't. They just played a still of her having Rihanna. They don't say what the song, but it's been 6 years since she dropped music, so should be interesting. Let's see. Barbarian is on HBO Max. Never heard of that show before. There's so many shows coming out. Let's see what else is worth talking about. So there's a debate going on. It says you walk into a Chinese restaurant and order an entree with your choice, lo mein noodles or fried rice. What three entrees are you ordering? And people are picking crab ragoon. So the choices are kung pao shrimp, General Tso's chicken or TSO, orange chicken, beef and broccoli, crab ragoon, sesame chicken, wonton soup, sweet pork, and egg drop soup. So I'm definitely going to go with the orange chicken, definitely crab ragoon. And I mean, even though General TSO's is pretty much the same as orange chicken to me, I'd still pick that. So a lot of people are just going wild with the crab ragoon. It's literally all people want. And if you make homemade crab ragoon, they're really good. I haven't made them since high school when we made it in our home economics class. But yeah. So let's see what else is going on before we get to some other news. Jeopardy was trending today. The question was, Oakland University isn't in California. It's in the state cities of Auburn Hills and Rochester Hills. So the question is Michigan if you have future dealings of wanting to go on Jeopardy. Let's see why is this trending?
No. Plurals that don't end in S for four. Moose. Jack. What are meese? No. No, Jack. Alicia. Plurals that...
What are meese? I didn't even know what that answer was. Interesting. What would be the plural of moose? I don't know. I'll have to Google that. I don't care enough. But if you guys know, that was trending today. And what else is going on that we wouldn't want to talk about? Betsy DeVos is trending. The governor of Michigan said, "Do you really think that books are more dangerous than guns?" Tudor Dixon is trying to distract us from the fact that she's bankrolled by Betsy DeVos and wants to cut $500 million from our public schools. So they had that debate going on, Tudor Dixon and Betsy DeVos. So that debate was going on. Yeah, let's see what else is going on around here. Besides Kanye, he's just been all over the news. Like, he's getting what he wants, that's for sure. Former U.S. military pilot who worked in China is arrested. Democrats are fuming over Ukraine letter calling for diplomacy. They actually retracted that letter because they said it wasn't time for that. Biden's once again warning Russia not to use a tactical nuclear weapon. Let's see what else. Matthew Perry reflects on his relationship with Julia Roberts. Why he ended it, he was big on, he said he spent like millions in rehab, man. Imagine having that much money. Like, wow. That's why I keep saying, even after this whole Kanye thing, like, money and fame really doesn't pay. I kind of like being a regular plain Jane because it just really was crazy. An Amazon driver is found dead near their truck after a dog attack. Wow. Let's see what else is worth talking about. The St. Louis school shooter was armed with the AR-15 style rifles with 600 rounds and a note saying he didn't have any friends or family. Wow, that's sad. California man convicted of killing pregnant wife and unborn child moved off of death row. Scott Peterson. Remember him? After nearly 2 decades on death row in San Quentin, Scott Peterson was moved to a different facility more than 2 years after his death sentence was overturned. Last week, Peterson was transferred to Mule Creek State Prison in in about an hour southeast of Sacramento. Rehabilitation where he was served a sentence of life without possibility of parole. Nothing unusual in this, said Peterson's attorney, because the California Supreme Court held that his death sentence was unconstitutional and that the state elected not to seek death again in the light of the evidence of innocence put forth our habeas petition. Scott is no longer a capital defendant. As such, he was taken off death row. I mean, what evidence? Like, I could have swore that obviously he was convicted in 2004 of murdering his pregnant wife and their unborn son. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I would want nothing else. If I was remorseful, I wouldn't want to stay around after that. So, did you guys hear about these 4 missing men from Oklahoma that was found dismembered? If not, the 4 men had vanished leaving Okmulgee, Oklahoma on bicycles last week, and it's due to a murder. They were dismembered and their bodies were pulled from a river. Although officials' cause and manner of death is still pending, each victim suffered gunshot wounds. All 4 bodies were dismembered before being placed in the river, and that is what caused difficulty in determining the identities, and that's why it took so long. The 4 men living in Okmulgee, Mark, 32, Billy, 30, Mike, 32, and Alex, 29, were reported missing by relatives last Monday night or Tuesday morning after leaving Billy's home on bicycles around 9. Investigators now believe the 4 men plan to commit some type of criminal act. Prentice said on Monday, citing the witnesses who told the investigators they have been invited to join a hit a lick big enough for all of them. That is common terminology for engaging in some type of criminal behavior, but we do not know what they were planning or what. Additionally, police searched a scrapyard while nothing remarkable was observed. While Prentice said there was evidence of a violent event found in adjoining property, Prentice said there's a person of interest, but no charges have been filed. The person of interest has gone missing as of Saturday night and could be suicidal. The 4 bodies were found Friday after a passerby called the police about seeing something suspicious. Prentice was notified about the positive IDs on Sunday that has seemed to resign themselves to the fact that bodies were of their loved ones. Police have not recovered any bicycles nor the gun used in the killing. The police officer said, I've worked over 80 murders in my career. I've worked murders involving multiple victims. I have worked dismemberments, but this case involves the highest number of victims and it's very violent. So I can say that I've never worked anything like that. Man, whoever they try to rob, he did not take kindly to it. Yeah. I mean, maybe he could have claimed self-defense because he did have 4 guys trying to come rob him. Michigan family of 4 who went missing for a weekend has been found. Michigan family of 4 that went missing for nearly a week was located by authorities on Sunday. Family had not been heard of since October 16th. The family left the home, received a call, so they are found. They never said where they are, but they're alive. So if anybody was worried about them, they are alive. Let's see what else is going on. Nothing that is worth talking about besides more depressing murders, and I try to not go too far on that because life is so depressing enough. So let's get into some funny stories. Let's see what I got today. I can't even remember. Let's go.
But you're an hour away. You're an hour away.
We're not going in
What's
here.
wrong with IHOP?
We're not going in
What's
here.
wrong with IHOP? This is we on? Like, what's the problem?
Stop. Put your phone down.
No, what's the problem?
Phone down.
What's the problem?
You always want to stop.
Because women like you always be talking about, y'all just pick me up. Y'all can pick the date. Just take me on a date. We finally take you all on dates.
IHOP. What do you mean?
It don't matter. You always crying about going on dates.
No date.
Why do it matter with a... Wow, it's IHOP.
I'm not gonna walk in
Wow,
here.
it's
Take
IHOP.
me home.
I'm not gonna take you home.
Take me home.
I done came all about an hour away from me. You think I'm gonna take you all the way back to the crib?
Well, catch me Uber then.
I'm not gonna. That's like $100. I'm not doing that. Listen, why would you say, listen, I'm taking you on a date. It don't matter what.
Take me home.
Why do it matter when you eat at?
In there, take me home. I'm not even playing.
Why do it matter?
Me and take me
no,
home.
I'm gonna keep recording you because why do it matter when we eat at?
You're about to piss
why
me
do
off.
it matter when we eat at? Why the matter when we eat at? Why the matter when we eat at? Why the matter when we eat at?
Look like the IHOP ass. No, move.
Bro, that's why I'm like you, bro. You talk high class. Where you want to go? Where you want to go? Where you want to go?
Good Chris, my church, anything but here.
Okay, I can afford all that.
Take me to Chick-fil-A, bro. Here.
No, I can't afford all that. IHOP ain't bad.
You can't afford me.
Shimmy, I can't afford
You shouldn't
you.
be trying to take girls out on dates if you're going to take me to IHOP. What is wrong with you?
Listen, you answer my DMs. What you talking about?
Okay.
And I said I was going to take you
I
out.
didn't think that we was coming here.
Oh my God.
Stop playing with me. Like,
you bougie. So you ain't never ate at IHOP before?
No.
You ain't never ate at IHOP before?
Been
Stop
years and years.
That shit lame, man.
I didn't even know
that shit
IHOP
lame.
exists. Like,
what you mean it don't exist?
Like, on some real shit.
Like, look how you dress. You ain't even dressed like you ready to go to no Chris and shit like that. Like, you acting like you out here.
It don't matter what I have on.
It does. Cause the way you acting, it does matter. The way you acting,
No, it doesn't.
Like,
I look good on whatever I wear.
I'm your DM, you're like,
I look good
take me out today.
whatever.
Did I ask you where you want to go?
I'm not finna dress up.
You said surprise me.
I'm not finna put
You
on
said
my
surprise
sexy
me.
shit, and it's our first date. I don't know where you gonna take me. That's why I ain't dressed up. Cause this bullshit right here. Take me home.
You said surprise you. And listen, look what I did. You ain't gotta put your hands on me.
Take me home.
I'm not gonna take you home. You're an hour away. You are but you're an hour away. You're an hour away.
We're not going in
What's wrong with IHOP?
We're not going in
What's wrong with IHOP?
You got me fucked up.
IHOP.
Stop playing with me.
What the f*** is IHOP?
You stop it, joke.
How? Because you walking all bougie and shit, bro.
You trying to play.
You said surprise you. You said it don't matter where we go. Women, that's what I have. We ask women what the it don't matter to me. You choose. Why you just can't be a man? Bro, leave my alone. Why you keep touching my
Take me home.
Because I'm not gonna take you to the crib. You live an hour away.
Take me home.
Yeah, this how women is. You DM them, ask them where they go. They don't tell you. Then call somebody. I don't give a
I'm about to call somebody from
and I'm gonna go in there and enjoy IHOP. Now I'm gonna leave your ass out here and enjoy the because if you wanna be a lame ass and talk about some goddamn I ain't getting new crib. They ain't got to pop it down. Give me this. I don't get none of that shit you talking about. They don't worry about nothing. Don't get FaceTime. FaceTime, you need to FaceTime. It don't even matter. FaceTime, you need to FaceTime.
Don't worry about it.
FaceTime, you need to FaceTime.
Don't worry about it.
FaceTime, you need to FaceTime.
Don't worry about it.
FaceTime, you need to FaceTime. FaceTime, you need to FaceTime. It don't matter.
You come get me.
Oh, you FaceTime a whole nother.
Yeah.
You FaceTime another. Oh, okay. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can take. Hey, bro, take her to Chris to Papa Do's because she don't like IHOP. That shit crazy. No, it's fuck. No, where the yeah, see your location. You got a phone. You FaceTiming and shit. Bougie ass little girl talking about. Wherever you want me to take it, I'll take you somewhere you can play me. That shit crazy, mother. I don't get none of that shit.
Because I'm not gonna.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
So I'm about to sing my
yeah, all right, I'm finna go in here and enjoy IHOP without you, sweetheart. Okay. Have a good day, love.
Yeah, bye.
Have a good day, love.
Somebody's about to come get
It don't matter. I'm finna go enjoy IHOP without you. Yeah, I bet you don't care. Bougie ass. Have him come take your ass to Ruth Chris. Bougie ass. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my mother. I'm standing these mother. Oh, God, man. Bro.
So, if you guys heard this, it's a bunch of yelling, but pretty much this guy picked this girl up for a date, and he took her to IHOP, and she was not feeling that. Here's the thing. She should have ate the IHOP. What's wrong with IHOP? Like, what's wrong with IHOP? But, I mean, did he require all that arguing? No. I mean, I'm like him, like, yeah, his reaction, I wouldn't have stood out there and argued with her. I would have been, then went to IHOP and was eating my food, and she would have just been out there looking stupid. But no. You mean, I don't get this new age stuff for recording and stuff, but I guess it's for entertainment purposes. I personally, I feel like if somebody's taking you on a date and you say, like, surprise me, and they give you IHOP, I mean, that to me is not bad, but I am not a bougie person. And IHOP has a big menu. They have burgers now. So, yeah. Let's go to the next one.
There's way too many grown men that don't know that you're supposed to wash your booty hole in the shower. Hey babe, do you wash your booty crack in the shower? Do you like spread your cheeks?
Just kind of let the water just like run down there.
But like, what about spreading it and really getting in there and getting those dingleberries?
The water gets it pretty good.
So before it was the whole washing leg debauchery, but now we're also finding out that there's a thing, people don't wash their legs. I wash my whole body. I use a loofah. I get in between my toes, behind my ears, like all the above. I do not wash my face with the same towel. Anyway, a lot of people now are saying they don't wash their butt cracks or any parts that are the naughty bits per se. But yeah, and y'all out here tossing the salad and men are not washing their butts. So good luck with that. Let's go to the next one.
Questions for the ladies. Shallow edition. Be honest. No political answers. Let's get started. Question number 1. Would you date a guy that is way shorter than you?
I'm going to say no. This person says no as well.
Question number 2. Would you date a guy that is ugly? I mean, they are so unattractive, but they have an amazing personality.
I'm also going to say no.
Question number 3. Would you date a guy that is broke? He has no money, but he's really trying in life.
Also no, because you have to have money to date.
Question number 4. Would you date a guy with no car at all?
No, because if you're dating, that means that you have intent of something. And I'm going to need you to have at least those 3.
Question number 5. Would you date a guy that still live with his parents? He's trying in life, but he's still living with his parents in their basement.
As long as he didn't have kids. As long as he didn't have kids. Like, to me, when you're ready to date, you are financially ready to date and take somebody out and you're courting this person. So yes, you need that. But if you lived in your parents' house and you had a job in the car and no kids, fine.
Question number 6. Would you date a single father of 5? He's taking care of them, but would you date him?
Yes. She says no. I say yes. So, yes. As long as you're taking care of your kids, that's what's most important. Well, that has been our little podcast for today. It was short, simple, and sweet. Besides Kanye news tomorrow, I'll come back to you guys with more interesting finds. F for Family, signing off. Toodles.